Camper Van Kevin does a little bit of self-reflection and describes Eric and himself. All right, first I want to talk about my friend Ron. Now, Ron, he's been around since way back in the day with rolling oars balls, loose scunt, and all those kind of people. And yeah, he is. He actually came here. He came to visit me. We hung out. Very cool dude. But he is in Tokyo. He went to a really cool speakeasy, man. Very cool stuff. Go over and check it out. I'm gonna leave a link to the video. But yeah, Go over and check it. It was really, really cool. I thought it was, and I think you will too. So please go over and check out and support my friend Ron. All right, quickly, let's move on to Sarasota Tim. This is a guy that hypes a product and uses his salesman bullshitter skills to persuade people to use his reference code to get the service, even though he's having issues with it and he doesn't like it 100%. Now, this is a guy who uploads 5 videos a day at least and complains that he gets throttled. I mean, the videos are on top of watching TV and everything else he does with internet. I mean, come on, dude. Now, I guess I could upload that many videos if I did point, shoot, upload, but I think you guys deserve a little bit better quality than that. This is also the guy that uses math to confuse and convince people of his reasonings and to do what he wants. And yeah, but yet basic math, it escapes him.
It was never, back in my days, okay, I didn't sell cars in this era. I sold cars from 1977 to 19...
What's the math now?
90.
Do the math?
And whatever it was, 77, 87 is 10. 97 or whatever it was, 17 years.
So there you go. This is the guy that we rely on for his math skills to tell us why that when we retire at 62, we make $50,000 a year. And yeah, he pays $100 a month for his T-Mobile, but he'll only be paying 20. That's the guy. Did you see this, man? Oh, I did it from 17 years. What? He doesn't even know his gazintas. Moving right along, we have the one, the only, Tater. Now, I see Tater is using his time wisely to go ahead and get that RV legal so he can drive that puppy on the road and say that it's actually his.
No, rejected.
Hanging out here with my friends and my hubby.
There he is. He's just out there, you know, like I said, spending time wisely, making sure he gets that RV all nice and legal so he can go take his trips and make some money here on YouTube, actually traveling. Isn't that what his channel's all about? Now, he's got Wayne there, and then he's spending money. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's spending money and doing more projects on the RV that really isn't even his yet, but hey, far be it from me. You know, and he got some new patches on his new biker costume. Speaking of Tater, now his buddy Kevin, he didn't come right out and say it, but, you know, he was referencing himself and Eric in his latest video. We all know it. Kevin talked about this flying monkey video. It's the narcissist tool for the smear campaign. Who is more narcissistic than these two morons? Who rallies the troops to attack people? Tater believes he's special. He believes he has some sort of power. Years ago, he rallied the troops to get some channels shut down. And now, I know this for a fact because I was approached to join in on the mass flaggings and reportings. I know their tactics. I saw firsthand how they operate. So, yes, they know all about smear campaigns. Little Tater, he tried to intimidate Camo, and he succeeded. Dave backed down and used the name Derek when speaking about Nomadic Fanatic, and he stopped showing his videos and all kinds of stuff. So he bowed down. Not the whole way, but yeah. He definitely didn't grovel face down, but he did get on his knees, for sure. The little hobbit then came after me. He thought a lie-filled video of ignorance and denial would serve his cause. He thought shifting blame and flashing his little...
You see that little check mark?
Would actually, you know, give him some, I don't know, some sort of invincibility cloak or some shit. I don't know. Now, he was sadly under the impression he could scare and bully me like he did so many others that came before me. He was anticipating that I would roll over like the others. Oh, he was so very wrong. See, with Dave and the others, the fear of losing their channel and income made them submissive to the little runt. See, he thought the old grumpy blind guy was an easy target. He banked that I would bow down to his empty threats. Again, he was wrong. I stood up and fought back. Not only did I fight back, but yes, I was victorious. This sent the little convict cowboy into a rage. He began tossing friends away like old garbage. He lied and said people were leaving. Now, that was just another one of an endless line of lies. The ones that were called names, blocked, and unfriended, yeah, you all know the truth, don't you? Half the nomad community that were witness to his antics on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook, so it wasn't me, guys.
They all know the truth as well. But that's a different video entirely. So, yes, Kevin must have had his little Gilligan in mind when making that video. He must have been looking into the mirror at himself as well. Many know that Kevin is a shit-stirring bully. Much like Eric, if you don't agree with him or you just do the wrong little thing, he'll attack. He stirs the pot, gets his little tater tot all fired up, lets him do all the harassing, just like he talked about. Kevin then sits back and watches as he claims to be a good Christian, giving his life to God. Now, there are some people that Kevin was once acquaintances with that things didn't go exactly as our narcissist wanted. He gave the people's phone number out and had people leave harassing phone calls. And that's right, Kevin himself left nasty messages as well. He would also send people to leave nasty comments on anyone that I would talk positive about. That's why I stopped for a while, because, you know, the threats and shit, that was getting way out of hand. And I'm sure little Tater Tot, I'm sure Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, I'm sure he was in on it as well. Right along with his little skipper. You know, the skipper and the Gilligan, they stick together. But Kevin had a friend that went above and beyond. They were good friends. Kevin dumped a friend. The friend called and texted with no replies. You know, this person was no longer needed. So yeah, he was kicked to the side for whatever reason. I'm sure he sneezed wrong or said the wrong thing. Are we sounding like a good Christian so far? Now, this person, this ex-friend, replied to a comment on one of my videos. He replied, somebody else left a comment, he replied. Within minutes, his phone was ringing. The caller was Kevin. That's right. The ex-friend did not answer because they knew exactly why Kevin was calling. That's right. The person who ignored for how long? All of a sudden, he needed to talk to this person. And we know why. We know the motive behind it. Now, we won't even get into how he treated Carolyn after she took care of the dogs and helped him when he had cancer, nor will we talk about the tumultuous relationship with Beth. If you've ever seen an unknown arm, knee, or elbow or something like that in one of his videos, yeah, that's Beth. It's now time for the public relations campaign. It's time to distract and deflect. They know they have too much shit out there. They know that Eric Tater, Nomadic Fanatic, is a horrible, narcissistic, compulsive liar. Tater has said some horrendous things about people. Tater knows that the extreme hate he allegedly has for women will have a spotlight on it. He allegedly refers to women as, see you next Tuesday, if you know what I mean. He allegedly used this term to describe Carolyn, Lola, and others. Now, our little pudgy pal Tater, he had a friend and a confidant. He would chat for hours about just about anything and everything, to tell you the truth. He talked about everything from the RV and the property to the dog. The people were behind Tater 110%. They hated me and everyone else that Tater was against. like Kevin said, he used them to do his bidding. They advised him, they comforted him, and they supported his every single move. One day, they allegedly said the wrong thing. They said a person was nice. A person that Tater allegedly said was a see you next Tuesday with brain cancer could not be called nice. Tater allegedly went ballistic, and the friendship was immediately over in that very second. Done. Boom. Never to be talked about again. There was allegedly no talking to him, and definitely no getting through to him. What Tater was not accounting on was that the entire transcript of years of text conversation was saved. I have become privy to and have seen some of the correspondence. Now I know what you're all thinking. I was thinking the very same thing. That is why steps have been and are being taken. Here's what stood out to me the most. The first thing was that the things the other person said was all left in. And I mean, they said some really bad shit about me, Carolyn, and others. I mean, they didn't hold their tongue. They didn't bite their tongue because they went along with everything that Eric said, as I mentioned before. They left all that in. They didn't cut it out or anything. They showed it to me and said, yeah, we talked garbage about you and all your buddies. However, the biggest thing to me was the way the friendship ended. It was Eric to a T. It was the same way he turned on Lola and many others. It's the same way he went off on me. For anybody that doesn't know, I hearted and left an LOL on a comment. Little shit-stirring Kevin, he ran and told Tater, and Tater went ballistic. He texted me a long, short novel outlining how I was a horrible piece of shit. Yes, for that. He sent an email bitching and threatening me. Oh boy, wah. He left comments on my video and deleted them right away in an attempt to, I'll explain. See, if you leave a comment and then delete it, I get a notification. So I can go and I can click on it and I can read the comment, but then it's gone. So if anyone else goes, it's not there. It never was unless they caught it before he deleted it. And see, Tater thought he could deny anything that I claimed he said because there's no evidence. He deleted it. Yes, alas, yet again, he was wrong. Not only did I screenshot that shit, other people did as well and sent it to me. This type of behavior is a common trait of Tater. Now, it's just one more of his many character flaws. This little hobbit that has an outfit for everything, cowboy, biker, Disney princess, he needs to get a costume of Napoleon. His Napoleonic complex is going to bite him in the ass. When he went on the attack with me, he pointed fingers elsewhere and denied any involvement. But yeah, I have many receipts. Many. Now he has allowed his little man big ego to write a check his tiny tater tot ass can't cash. And now panic has set in. Kevin has joined the public relations team to deny and deflect blame anywhere but where it belongs. Let's face it. Anyone that overlooks Randy's actions and supports him, everyone that knows Nomadic Fanatic, even the ones that support and cover up for him, know he is a nasty, nasty little man, and the ownership of blame lies entirely on his tiny little shoulders.
This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.